First one, I have a transfer to district that as attorney. Next one is default against that carried over, which is
McKinnon Brown. Good morning. This is cause number 2022-31663 in the interest of Thorin Brown. All parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves and turn on your video if you're on video. And raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
It's Ethan Brown, and I'm his mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Joshua Colps and the father.
All right, representing the father.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Neaton, covering for Matthew Mahoney, representing the father, Joshua Colps.
And representing the state of Texas Attorney General's office.
Luis Regla.
Mr. Regla, we have a petition for confirmation of non-agreed child support review order. What are we doing today?
Yes, Judge, we have an agreed referral to district. In this case, by all the parties, there's an objection to the associate judge that was filed and also an agreement for a termination of parental rights. So that's beyond what we can do in Title 40 court. So we've agreed to refer this to district for that.
Mr. Neaton, you have some type of petition to terminate parental rights?
No, Your Honor. The Miss Brown had said she wanted to terminate, and our client said that she was in agreement. So once we transfer over to the 4D court, our office will work on an agreed. We'll work on the petition and the agreed order, Your Honor, once we get transferred over.
All right, case is transferred to the 247th District Court. The oral mediation is ordered. The parties are excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You can each disconnect now. Have a nice day.
We have Ms. Brunella on.
Yes.
All right. Good morning. This is cause number 2022-39193 in the interest of Jalen Oliva. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Abigail Maldonado, and I'm the mother of Jalen Oliva.
All right, representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Peter Sharma, good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, court. Will note that Joel Oliva is the non-custodial parent that he was personally served on July 25th, 2022 at 7:18 p.m. at 509 Burnham Woods Boulevard, apartment 28 in Pasadena, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
That is correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call Miss Lisa Edwards Livingston.
All right.
Good morning, Miss Livingston. Can you
Good morning.
tell the court where you're employed
Attorney General, Texas.
and what is your position there?
Child support officer.
What are your responsibilities as a child support officer?
Calculate child support, retroactive child support, adjust medical support, conservatorship, and visitation.
And have you received special training to calculate child support in compliance with the Texas Family Code?
Yes.
And have you calculated child support in this matter?
Yes.
Can you please share your calculations with the court?
For the non-custodial parent, Joel Oliva, I calculated his gross monthly resources, $12,271. His net resources after taxes and everything is $8,609.24. With those calculations, based on the fact that he has no other children that he's obligated to support, the cash medical support, I calculated at $552. And the child support, I calculated at $1,720, all to start November 1st.
How did you come to the calculation that that was his gross income?
I used Texas Workforce Commission,
Or
and that
type-
was provided to me through the resource that we have to
or what-
calculate to get his wages.
And for what type of employment?
His employment is, one moment, Judge, to get to that information. He works for Cleveland Max Sales Incorporated in Cleveland, Texas.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Sharma.
Thank you, Ms. Livingston. And do you know if Mr. Oliva was giving credit for any other children that he may have?
No, he was not, because we didn't show any other children that he's obligated to support.
Thank you. And is that the conclusion of your calculations?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
All right, Ms. Prunella, do you have any questions of Ms. Edwards Livingston?
No, so far, no, I don't have no questions.
All right, may she be excused, Ms. Sharma?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused, Ms. Livingston.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, I'd like to call Abigail Pruneda next, the mother
All
of the child.
All right.
Ms. Pruneda, good morning. You're here for one child, Jalen Oliva, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And who is Jalen's father?
Jalen's father is Joel Oliva.
And how do you know he's the father?
How do I know he's the father?
Yes, did he sign the birth certificate?
He signed the birth certificate, yes.
And there is no other possibility that another person could be the father of the child during the time of conception. Is that true?
No, ma'am, that's correct.
And are you asking the judge to name Mr. Oliva as the father of Jalen?
Yes,
And are you also asking the court to appoint you and Mr. Oliva as joint conservators for the child?
what do you mean by that?
So do you remember talking with the child support officer about you and Mr. Oliva making decisions together with the child regarding the health, education, and welfare of the child?
Yes, I do.
And are you asking the court to appoint both of you as joint conservators to make those decisions?
Yes.
And who does Jalen live with?
Jalen lives with me.
And are you asking the court to appoint you as the conservator who can continue to determine where the child lives?
Yes.
And for visits, do you want Mr. Oliva to have the standard visits with Jalen?
Every other weekend.
That is
for
correct.
dating.
Yes. And where do you want these exchange of the child to be?
By the fast food restaurant. It's called Panda Express on Uvalde Road.
Panda Express at 13415 East Freeway in Houston?
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you want those exchanges to be at the Panda Express?
I don't want him to know where I live.
And so if Mr. Oliva knows where you live, could that cause you or the child any harm, harassment, or serious injury?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you asking the court to set current child, I'm sorry,
Wait,
current,
wait, let's not just pass over that. Why? Why do you think it would cause you serious harm or injury or harassment or
Why do I
abuse?
think that?
Yes.
Sometimes he doesn't know how to control his actions.
Well, has there been a problem in the past?
No, sir.
Well, then why do you think it's going to be a problem in the future?
Because I don't.
You just don't want him to know where you live. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm denying the non-disclosure.
thank you, Judge. And Ms. Pruneda, where does your, how does your child covered under health insurance?
She has Medicare.
And do you agree to maintain that health insurance for your child?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to set cash medical support at $552 to begin November 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you agree to pay half of any uncovered health costs?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to set current child support at $1,720 a month beginning November 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking for any back child support?
No.
And are you asking the court to bill court costs to Mr. Oliva?
No, but
Wait, are you going to pay the court costs, ma'am?
Exactly. No.
Well, then who's going to pay it?
So
He? All right,
yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge. And are you asking the court to approve this order with the exception of the non-disclosure order?
Yes.
Thank you. Judge, I pass this witness.
All right, I'll approve the order once you submit it with the deletion of the non-disclosure paragraph.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
All right, thank you.